Auntie M. Poppy. Hey, Carrie Lawson. What's up with all of y'all? Angie's Life's in the house. Okay, so I was going to wait to go live. Kurtz was going to do a live today. I don't know if she's going to be able to do it today. She's got some things going on. I'm sending her lots of love and lots of prayers. Hey, Courtney. Hey, May May. So yeah, I was just coming on real quick. This is just something that I feel very strongly in my soul about. Individuals doing things and then when it backfires on them, it's everybody else's fault. No accountability taken whatsoever. Right? I mean, for real. It's not hard to take accountability. I will absolutely 1000% take accountability for putting that paperwork out yesterday. I really, truly did not mean to do that. But I wasn't even thinking. I was not even thinking. And that's the truth. But I'll take accountability for it. And just to let everybody know, I immediately privatized that live. I privatized it until I can take that paperwork out. That was really messed up of me. It was. And it was messed up. It was messed up. I took accountability for it right away and privatized it until I can edit that out. So absolutely, my apologies to whoever needs an apology for me, I'll give it to them. But let me say this. I don't think this is what a lot of people know. The only person that I know of that said to me that they had taken a screenshot, a picture, whatever. Oh, thank you, CM. Whatever. Of that paperwork was Nana for Life. Right? So, how did Prayer Garden get the paperwork? Now, this is the thing also. That was the first time I was seeing this paperwork. But I had heard about this paperwork. Right? I had heard about this paperwork. Right? Oh, I agree, Carrie. I agree. That I truly did not mean to do it. So, and we moved on very quickly from it, I can tell you that. But, Nana for Life, right? Now, let me tell you guys something. This is my opinion only because I was in the front row of the Nana play, okay? Whatever it was. I don't know what it freaking was. And she was saying different things to different creators, okay? And a lot of other creators were privy to the paperwork, okay? They all are saying, we knew about this paperwork. Well, guess what? I knew about it too, but I wasn't saying nothing about it. Only because I didn't see a receipt on it. But I watched Nana for Life get a hold of different creators to say things, and no one is going to tell me that she wasn't waiting for somebody to take the hook. Okay? For real. Damn, Cinnamon Girl, what you been up to? What have you been up to? That's the way I feel about it. Okay? Take responsibility, Nana. Take some accountability for what you have done. Take accountability. Now, I want to show you guys something. This is weird shit to me. This is weird to me. Okay, so I know Curse possibly can't do her live. I don't want to get into a lot of different areas where, Cursed, talks and tells her truth on the matter, right? So I get a phone call from Nana for Life. I'm not going to call her by her government name, okay? We know her government name. I'm not going to call her out on it, right? Yes, CM. From my understanding, yes, that's what she told me, CM. That is what she told me. Now, I get a phone call, right? Hey, Fox. And this isn't going to be a Nana for Life bashing, okay? I'm not into it. I'm not going to bash her, but she called, she was upset that someone had recorded her. I'm like, who fucking recorded you? Now, at the time, I did not know that there was a conversation that she had with Kirst about the gas station attendant and what the gas station lady said, right? Which, if you want to get into all that, Duchess will tell you that she was the first one who talked to the gas station lady. All right, whatever. Nana says her and the gas station lady's friends, whatever, right? So she got recorded. Now, at first I couldn't understand it because I was like, what's the big deal? At first I thought that the gas station lady got recorded, but that wasn't what it was. So let me tell you how that went. Okay. So Kurtz had a conversation with Nana for Life. Guess how the only reason that I knew that it was Nana for Life that was talking in the video Kurtz made, because Kurtz changed the voices. Does anybody want to guess how I ended up knowing that conversation, that it was Nana for Life speaking? It wasn't Cursed. Nana herself. Nana herself. The voice was changed. Nobody knew who it was. Nana herself made it a point to say it was me. Then there was some really weird banter, and she was like, do you want it? And I'm like, no, I don't want it. I don't need, why would I need her talking about the gas station lady or a recording of the gas station lady speaking about anything? Right? I mean, personally, I didn't need that crap. I didn't need to hear it. I don't care who Nana for Life is friends with. Ain't got jack squat shit to do with Remain Calm. All right? Bottom line to it. But this is where shit is weird. Nana took a screenshot, picture, whatever you want to call it, of these papers. So at that point, who was the only one who had that paperwork besides Dawn and Candace? And I'm sure Tim Mullins seen it, right? I'm sure Tim Mullins seen it. Now, this is what I'm going to say. There's no way that I got a phone call about it and other creators didn't. Now, what was interesting because, Lisa Kay, and I think Kirst was on panel too, spoke about seeing these papers, right? The gas station lady, Marie, the gas station that Candace allegedly went to, that was having conversations with people, right? The minute that it was stated, right? Why'd she do that? What was she going to do with that at a particular time? Let me say this. From the way I've seen it play out, nothing was said until Nana got mad at Candace. Nothing was said until Nana got mad at Candace. And then, if I remember correctly, Jinkies did a live and said something about it, right? I don't know. I don't know what she was going to do with it. I don't have a clue. This is my understanding of everything. This is things that was going on where I was like, okay, right? So take accountability. Take some accountability and quit blaming the shit on everybody else. Just stop. Because the only way that PG could have gotten that paperwork is from somebody that you sent it to, Nana. And if not them, then Dawn and Candace, are they sending her that paperwork? I don't know. I would have to, that's questionable. That is questionable, right? It did originate from her. It did. No, Marie. Do you really think that Candace is going to show paperwork where they are investigating her for SA of her sons? Do you think? Somebody let me know if Candace is the one who put that paperwork out first. Because my understanding was Dawn. Dawn went to her home and showed her that paperwork. Right? Something about being a little hotty-toddy over Candace or something. Right? That's what was weird to me. Why Dawn even took that paperwork over there to her to start with. Because for a long time, the only thing I really ever heard about her and Dawn was how much they argued with each other. Right? That's what I heard anyway. I can't say what anybody else heard. I really can't. But this, I don't know. I don't know why Dawn did it. I do not talk to Dawn or Candace. I don't have any desire to talk to Dawn and Candace. But this right here, Kirst put this out. This is on Kirst's channel. This is, Ryan. Okay? Ryan's finding something. I don't know how much of it's the truth, my opinion, but he's finding something, right? So This really, really got me.
And share information, and we share information, and and it's eye-opening because we're learning pretty quickly that these other channels are not ethical, even though they are trying to present themselves as having the moral high ground. They're the most unethical.
See, that gets me. Don't be talking about ethical shit at all. I mean, I personally don't hang out at Ryan's. I don't pay no attention to that. Especially after they take a vacay to Florida, and while they're there, they hang out in a park. Okay? They hang out in a park. Now, if I remember correctly, they acted like they went to Florida because there was this tip that someone maybe have seen a missing little girl in the park, right? Feel like that however you want to feel like that.
Journalistic ethics. She smokes a lot of weed. I don't know who you're talking about. Nana for life. Yeah. Hold on. I'm hearing messages coming in. Just let me make sure I'm not. I'm gonna cover it. Is it okay, you guys, if I just cover some drama for just once? Just once.
Really?
Just once. I know you guys don't like drama, but this is insane. Like she stole evidence.
She stole evidence. She stole evidence. Nana, why the fuck you got evidence, ma'am? Why you got evidence? Inquiring minds want to know. You know who got the YouTube community questioning you, Nana? You did, ma'am. You did. You did it on your own. You did it. People started questioning you. People wanted to know about you. People wanted to know who you were. People wanted to know about your relationship with Candace. People wanted to know why you guys were mad at each other. You, ma'am, put yourself in that position. Everyone else that has talked about Summer or inserted themselves in Summer's case, their life has been gone through, okay, extensively. Most of those people, we even know what color of shit they had when they were freaking 6 months old. Everybody was looked into extensively. How are you going to say somebody stole evidence? You're holding evidence in a missing child case, Nana? How did you get the evidence? Huh? Candace, if you and Nana aren't friends anymore, why hasn't your ass went and got every SD card, every amount of information that you handed to Nana for life? And let me tell you, she told me she had quite a bit that you allegedly handed right over to her, Candace. You don't like friends no more. Why she still got all that evidence, right?
It's the lowest of the low, and you guys don't mind. I don't like covering drama, but this is sick. And actually, go for it. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna have my regular viewers coming in going, Ryan, stop covering drama. You're all saying go for it. Okay, fine. I'm gonna react live tonight. Just once, okay with me. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys. And I don't normally talk about the people who are talking about us or about other people in a negative way, but the fact
Really? Hey, Exploited. Allegedly, she had a bunch of stuff that Candace had given her. Okay? Yeah, whatever, Marie. Obviously, she didn't. Obviously, these people are sitting on evidence in a missing child case. Right? Just like, in my opinion, they set on some paperwork that showed some really messed up investigations by CPS into, we know for a fact, Candace. Does Dawn have that same paperwork? Right? Right? She's blaming everybody, Cheryl Lee, but herself. No, I get what you're saying. Blame Candace. Yeah. I mean, stupid move, right? I don't know anything about that. All I know that Nana and Candace were pretty freaking tight. Okay? They were pretty tight. I don't know exactly what Candace gave her, but I don't see Candace giving anybody evidence that might prove that her or Dawn did something, right? They are impeding an investigation. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means.
She behaves so unethically, and she is also preaching ethics to other people. Thank you, Dad on a Cruise. It's not right. It's not right. And so there was a. I'm going to tell you who I was talking about, Latasha. I promise.
Oh, I'm sure
there was a whole drama today with. She posted some community posts attacking Nana for Life and this local team. I'm going to get
because Ryan, you don't know. Let me say this to everybody out there, okay? Why do you think YouTube creators, why subs, when they have conversations with people, why do you think they record it, right? Why do you think they record it? Because of this. Okay? I never recorded any conversations with Nana. I didn't need to. The things that we spoke about was not usable for me. Okay? It really wasn't usable for me. But that's why people do that. So you can sit there, anybody can sit there and act like that they know conversations that people have had when they don't, when they do not. Okay? Now, like me, I didn't record anything. When I say something, believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if nobody believes what I say. I don't have anything to lie about. I'm an old lady that gets on YouTube every once in a while. Right? Throws my Cash App up. Whatever. Right? I had no reason to record those calls. But I did learn very quickly that she absolutely was going to many creators pushing a narrative. And this isn't the first time this shit has happened, people. Go back 3 years ago. Right? This ain't the first time. For sure.
There, Nikki, I promise. She attacked all of Nana's friends, and Nana responded in this community post, which I'm going to share with you guys. I'm walking on the wild side.
Yeah, let's see it, Ryan.
She attacked Nana. She attacked Nana's friends here locally. And I was trying to stay out of it. You
should have stayed out of it. You know nothing about the only thing you fucking know is what you're being told. Right? That's it. You only know what you're being told. And to accuse somebody of stealing evidence in a missing child case, how the fuck do you steal evidence off of some woman who just inserted herself into a missing child case? If it was evidence, it should have been turned over to law enforcement, which that got me to, because here recently, Nana says, oh yeah, the new sheriff said, oh, bring me all your research. So you haven't been working with law enforcement at all, Nana? You haven't been working with law enforcement at all? Lisa Kleckner. Lisa Kleckner. Oh, you're scared of tornadoes? I am really sorry to hear that. I am truly sorry to hear that. No one knows what these individuals were talking about behind the freaking scenes at all. And very disheartening. Very disheartening. Sadie, are you a troll? I am not sure. I don't know. Damn, there's 120 acres. It's all fucking disheartening. So yeah, they can run out here and say Remain Calm's a piece of shit because she showed some paperwork yesterday. I'll eat it. I will. I take accountability for it. I fucking did it. But it was immediately privatized afterwards too. And I still haven't unprivatized it. Take fucking accountability for what the fuck you're doing and what you possibly have done. Now, I showed Jody having a conversation about Nana. She was calling her some not nice names. And some of the things that she was saying was like, wow. What type of connection is there with these locals, right? Well, Carrie, I mean, let me say this. However, PG ended up with that paperwork. Let's talk about where it started. When you fucking call everybody and tell them about this paperwork, right? And you're letting people see copies of it. This is YouTube. Did she really not think that paperwork wasn't going to end up where it ended up at? Right? Oh, hang on.
Of it. And Nana wrote this beautiful post that I'm going to share with you all. It made me laugh. I loved it, and I responded with a quick little. I wasn't going to post anything in the community post, and then I heard that this creator, who I'll mention briefly, real quick here, responded with this long diatribe, which she may remove if she knows I'm going to take a look at it here in a second. But I haven't seen
Brian, she's not going to remove it. It's fucking weird that you would accuse someone of stealing evidence from a person that shouldn't be sitting on fucking evidence to start with. Right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna react live to whatever her response was, because I wasn't gonna read it. But we'll read it together, and I'll respond to whatever she posted together. So this creator, I don't know how many of you guys know her. The creator is Cursed with Curiosity. How many of you guys know Cursed with Curiosity?
I do.
She uses a AI fake face. She never shows her real face on camera.
We do know what she looks like, right? That's what she's saying right here, Exploited. That is what her friend Ryan is saying, right? Make it make fucking sense, because it's not making sense to me. For real. It doesn't.
I got an oh no. Cursed with Curiosity. How many of you guys know Cursed with Curiosity? Do you guys follow her? You guys subscribe to her?
I'm sub to her, and let me tell you guys this. Yeah, now it's Cursed. Cursed allegedly stole evidence. What is in that coffee cup, Ryan? What you got in that coffee cup, Ryan? Inquiring minds want to know. I hear you may partake a little here and there with a little bit of the drinky, but I don't know. I don't know who you are, right? I just heard that. So, look, Cursed has always been somebody that I've loved the content that she's put out. I've always watched her, but that doesn't mean that everything that she has done or said that I've been like, oh, behind you 100%. Because we're adults. We're adults. It doesn't mean that I have to dislike her. Right? In my opinion, he only took up company with that Nana because he wants a connection to the Wells. Well, I don't know how he's connecting with the Wells because they don't like Nana right now, right? That's exactly what she told me, CM. That's exactly the phone call that I got. Right?
She used to kind of not really attack us a long time ago, but she every now and then would put jabs out.
Yeah, I put a jab out too. Who the fuck goes out looking for a missing child and thinks it's funny to take a military grade shovel and act like you're shoveling in a fucking barrel of shit, man? Who does that? That was funny. No, it fucking wasn't. Actually, I ugly cried about that shit. I was so upset about that. I did. I ugly cried. I was bawling, snot running out my fucking nose. Who does that? I ain't lying. That's right, Poppy. Dawn and Candace Wells are not going to tell anybody fucking anything. It's been almost 5 years. 5 years.
No, nobody. Give me a 1 if you guys. Nobody. I have heard of her. Okay. Okay. What you guys have an opinion of her? Like, do you guys like Cursed?
I do.
Do you follow her? She was doing some. Not aware of her. She was doing some posts recently of
You're not aware of her, but you sure enough fuck can get on a live stream and accuse her of stealing evidence. You're at the digits office? What is a digit, Sage? What's a digit? Digits have offices? You're at the doctor, Sage. You don't have to agree with people. You really don't. I mean, you don't. Let me say this. If people cared so much about PG showing that paperwork, everybody sure in the fuck watched it, didn't they? Hey, Jersey. Hey, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion, Jersey. Lisa Kleckner, do not take up for that man for that. I don't give a fuck why he did it. I don't care why he did it. It was messed up. The Wells research? What did digging in a fucking shit barrel have to do with the Wells research? Lori Ann Benoit. Thanks, Jersey. Think about subbing up. We get kind of feisty over here, okay? We never know what we're going to be talking about. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Right? Oh, you were at physical therapy? Candace wasn't drinking and told people herself. You know that for a fact. And you know for a fact that Candace sent them the paperwork. Okay? We're not talking about verbal stuff here. Okay? I mean, I'm kind of talking about verbal stuff because verbally I was told it. Okay? It's the paperwork. Oh, thanks, Sadie. I don't all the time, but hey. It's the paperwork. Right?
Comparing creators, like who do you trust? And the problem with a sample size, I think she has about 1,500 subscribers. So she's asking her 1,500 subscribers,
Very
who do you
true,
trust to get some Wells
Jersey.
updates?
Okay. So
Are you getting less than-
supposedly Curse did that for clicks, views, and whatever. Right? And like I said, I mean, I'm not going to get into why'd you retract your comment, Sage? Do you need for me to talk to your doctor? Right? And I agree. That paperwork didn't change anything for Dawn and Candace. Except for public opinion, right? Hey, Sarah. Public opinion. Hey, we. Damn, there's Sassy Ann. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. How that, I mean, and Curse will come out and speak on what she needs to speak on. I can't sit here and tell you Cursed's truth on anything because I'm not cursed. And, you know, I'm excited if she gets a chance to go live. I really am. And I'll wait until she can. For sure. This is my thing. I tried to express my opinion to Nana. She didn't have to take it. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? And so the things that she was posting on Facebook and YouTube and wherever anybody was letting her do it, right? It did not, in my opinion, look very good if she's saying she has all this evidence against Dawn Wells. right? And she's going to have him arrested. But yet you've got paperwork stating that Candace Bly Wells was being investigated for SA. But you didn't do anything about it. You didn't even say anything until you got mad at Candace. Then you wanted everybody to fucking know it, right? I don't know, Amy's. I don't get it. I don't get it. How have you missed a lot, Sassy Ann? What have you missed? I mean, I don't understand what you've missed. And I just don't, I mean, I don't get it. Take accountability. Why don't you take accountability? And I think that's what's pissing a lot of people off. That's what's making me angry because, no, you haven't been over here for a while, Sassy Ann. You have not, ma'am. You haven't been over here for a while. It is good to see you. I'm glad you came. It's off topic, May. Why? You're fine, Sage. I was just joking with you about the doctor. We're talking about the messed up paperwork. Brian finds whatever he's looking for, he says. Put out that Curse for Curiosity stole evidence from Nana for Life. Now, like I said, I don't know what Curse's conversations were with Nana. Usually if something pissed Nana off, she would call me and tell me. Okay? I got a phone call about the Christmas tree Dawn incident, right? I got a phone call when Chris McDonough pissed her off. I got a phone call when she was recorded talking about the gas station. And like I said, nobody would have even known that it was freaking her until she said that it was her. When she threw a fit about it. To be honest with you guys, oh, they did, May. Are you sure? I'll look into it, May. But anyhow, take accountability. Take accountability for things that you have said to people. For real. That's what upsets me the most. Call me a dirty dog bitch all you want to, but fucking take accountability for the shit that you were calling me and saying to me. I don't talk to Candace. Not at all. They had a falling out. Candace said Nana two-faced her and was using her for money. You know, Marie, I'm not gonna put that out there. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I can say I don't know because we don't know what happened to Summer. Right? It was just, I think, as far as saying that Kerr stole evidence, I don't believe that. And let me tell you why. Because of the things that Nana was saying and showing to people. Right? This is what I want to know too. I'll have to ask Kirst. Did she allegedly steal this evidence before the gas station stuff or after the gas station stuff? Right? I mean, for real. This is the thing, and I don't want to sound callous. I really don't. But so much of that shit, I didn't pay any attention to. I did not care. I did not care. I did not bat an eye when Nana went on her "I'm not scared of Dawn Wells" little parade. Right? For sure. She does, Sassy Ann. She does care about Summer. She does. But you get on the phone with people. Hey, little Dev, right? Well, that was the thing, Shirley. Once the paper came out, right? It's different than somebody calling you on the phone and telling you. I don't know. The way that I felt about it was there was so much that I just did not pay attention to. Right? I mean, it's okay to, tell me that basically Dawn Wells and Nana did not have a relationship where they liked each other. They were always bickering back and forth. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But it started with me feeling, and this is the way I felt, I don't know about anybody else, that there was a certain narrative being pushed my way, right? I get what you're saying. And I don't know if Candace Bly Wells has ever came out publicly and talked about her accountability that day. Maybe she wasn't where she was supposed to be. Maybe she did leave the hill and go to the gas station. Maybe Summer was left there with the boys. Maybe Grandma was asleep. Maybe Summer walked right down the basement, out the basement door, and right down the driveway or right down the hill to the main road. Right? I mean, that possibility is there. It's there. Right? But I got agitated when I kept hearing about Dawn, but it was like crickets when it came to Candace. And I'm like, that's not me. That is not me. I try to look at everything. I try to look at both of them. I try to see what the heck was going on. And, I really try to do that. So, I mean, to try to push a narrative that Dawn Wells is a messed up individual, hey, you did not have to push that on me, lady. I already knew he was a messed up individual. Anyone who has followed Summer's case from the beginning, we all know Dawn Wells is a messed up dude. We also know Candace Blywells is one messed up chick. Okay? I mean, for sure. Right? So the possibility's there. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I believe Nana had something to do with Summer. I wasn't there that day. I don't know. We heard who Nana might be associated with or whatever. I don't know that factually. I mean, Jody's a local. She pretty much said it, but and a lot of these people may not have had anything to do with Summer actually going missing that day. But could people be trying to push different narratives or, try to, like I said, look at my right hand while I do this with my left hand? Absolutely. Absolutely. You think Nana was fed the narrative by Dawn and Candace? Right? So take accountability. Take accountability. How could somebody be stealing evidence when you've got it pulled up right in front of their face, Nana? If it was evidence, why did you have it even pulled up? Why? Why did you have it pulled up? Period. You were sharing it, right? Hey, I'm going to talk to you, and I've got this shit pulled up right here, right? Look at this. Look what I got pulled up. You were sharing it, and you've shared a lot of things, but you're not happy unless it's being put out the way you want it put out. That's what I see. Oh, I don't know 120 acres. I do not know. Okay, Marie, what? What, Marie? I truly believe this. I truly believe that the responsibility of Summer was put on the boys that day. I truly believe that. I think when Candace took her to the door, it was, hey, watch your sister. Whatever Candace did after that, who knows? But obviously, wherever Candace was, Summer wasn't, right? Or was she? We don't know. I just don't think anybody is or needs to be the number one in the Summer Wells case. I really don't. I think there's a lot of information that was put out on social media that wasn't in good taste. I mean, for sure. But I don't think it's right that people get accused of shit. Accountability needs to be taken. It needs to be fucking taken. It's not a competition, Sarah. You're absolutely right. None of it's a competition. But a lot of times, if you're taking pictures of paperwork, there's a reason you're taking pictures of paperwork. Why did you need pictures of that paperwork, Nana? Why did you need it? Even if it was Dawn showing you Candace's paperwork, I'm sure that you could just tell Candace, Dawn showed me this paperwork and this is what it said. Why did you need a picture of it? Believe me, law enforcement is very capable of getting a copy of that paperwork through the proper channels. Okay? So, what'd you need it for? Right? But that was the falling out Nana had with Kirst, from my understanding. Kirst recorded her talking about the freaking gas station lady and what the gas station lady said. But when Kirst put it out, she changed her voice. Nobody even fucking knew it was Nana. But Nana got mad enough that she sure went around and let everybody know it. Ulterior motive, question mark. I wish I could answer that. I really wish I could answer that. Now, supposedly, they're going to hire some people to dive into Nana's pond and see if there's a phone in there. If people wanted to know what was on that freaking phone, why don't they just have Tim Mullins give them a copy of it? Because he downloaded the phone, right? He downloaded the contents of that phone. Allegedly. Ask Tim for it. That's how things kind of poo. See, that's what happened. Candace and Nana got mad at each other. They started coming out. Right? So I'm sure there's going to be some really good-hearted individuals who are going to help donate to the diver fund for Nana's Pond or whatever. To each their own. Y'all want to do that? Freaking do it. I mean, your money. Do what you want with it, peeps. For real. You think division between creators? See, exploited. I never had that problem. I never had a problem with being divided with creators. Everybody's just pretty much left me alone. And I'm okay with that. Do I like talking to people? Absolutely. Is my Cash App and my Venmo in my banner? Absolutely. Right? But I just never put myself in a position, I guess, where I'm on here fighting with fucking creators all the time. I'm really not into that. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got my opinion. I give my opinion on things. You better believe it. But like I said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? Thank you, Sarah. So, Nana, you done this to yourself. You done it to yourself. You had a narrative that you were pushing. And now, because of everything that's come out, people are going, wow, who is Nana? Who is Nana for life really? Right? Where did she come from? When did she get involved in Summer's case? How long has she been around? Who does she know from the area? Let me tell you something. When she hooked up with Bill Shipley, that's what made Remain Calm go, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is what did it for me. All NHs in the room. All the what? What, Jaded? What do you mean all the AHs in the room? I kind of lost you there. But hey, Jaded. Well, you got that wrong. It wasn't in an uncle's pond. But now people are like, who's she related to? I mean, I hate to say it, but, oh, it's a song. But anywho, you open them floodgates yourself. You opened up these gates yourself, ma'am. Nobody, that's what I thought you were talking about. That's what I thought she was talking about, Sarah. You opened that up yourself. You went to the sheriff like you had a conversation with him. I kind of don't believe that conversation, as far as talking about Candace, went exactly the way you said it did. Possibly. I wasn't there. Okay. You start going around talking to a lot of locals. That appreciate getting to know you, right? They like you when they meet you, right? I didn't have a problem with you. I really didn't. Until I start feeling like you were only knock, knock, ring, ringing to push a narrative. And I'm like, wait, why are you doing that? Why is it so important to go after Dawn Wells the way you did? Hey, and I don't care. I don't care how she went after Dawn Wells, right? But you wasn't showing the same to Candace, right? Now, this Christmas tree thing, I don't even know about that. I got too much to say about that, right? But why 120 acres? Why do you go to someone's property? Why do you go to someone's street and sit down at the bottom of their driveway in the road with someone you know they don't get along with? That just seems like you're instigating, right? Thank you, Mr. A. That just means you're freaking instigating shit, right? And you've been saying that for a little while now. I'll see you in jail. I'll make sure you go to jail. If you have evidence that can send Don Wells to jail, you're not the one who needs to be keeping it for safekeeping, ma'am. This is the thing. If you don't like somebody, you fucking can't stand them, you fight all the time, you know shit about this person that you could have thrown in jail, why would you want that person to know that you have shit that are going to throw them in jail? Right? Make that make fucking sense to me, people. Make that make sense to me. And let me tell you this. Y'all need to quit doing all this over dramatization bullshit so you can have this wonderful fucking documentary. Right? Isn't that exciting for a documentary? Let me get in a fight with Don Wells. Right? Let me show Don Wells fighting with me. Right? I never kind of understood that anyway, because Don Wells has been accused over and over and over of doing something to his daughter. But yet at the Christmas tree thing, all of a sudden, you're having a conversation with him and saying like, yeah, I think somebody from Beach Creek did it. Right? That whole fucking conversation was weird anyway, but oh well. Right? Don and Candace are not going to turn over any evidence against each other. They're not going to do it. It ain't going to happen. I mean, I feel, and this is just the way I feel, that Candace talked a lot about Don and things that Don did with Benny, because Benny was there and Don did some messed up shit while Benny was there. So Benny kind of seen all that with his own two eyes. Right? I think with Ernie, and you guys, this is just my opinion. I'm a commentary channel. This shit is my opinion. I think with Ernie, he bonded more with Candace over Candace being pissed off at Benny. That's the way I truly feel about that. Right? So this is a sad thing that, I mean, this is just the way I feel. There's no reason to bother three boys about what happened to their sister. If the boys had told law enforcement anything that would help them find Summer or pinpoint where she might have went or things like that, I think we would have had a lot more happening in Summer's case right now. Also, it's just the fact that the only thing that I've heard a lot of these people do that knew Don and Candace, had been up to 110 Ben Hill Road, had done this with Don and Candace and that with Don and Candace, or whatever. Every one of them has come out on social media to tell us what kind of fucked up people they are, right? Right? That's what's transpired this whole time. And believe me, I don't need to hear 500 times that 110 was a trap house. Okay? So they all say the same fucking thing. It was a trap house. Candace invited guys up there that she didn't even fucking know, being a helpful person. Go back and listen to them talk about Pam Wells and Dawn Wells inviting single women with children onto their fucking property because they are homeless. Does anybody ever remember Dawn Wells was inviting women, single women with children, to come up to 110 Ben Hill Road? Does anybody remember that? Or it's just Remain Calm's brain just going cuckoo fucking again, right? It happened, people. For real. Mr. Stud Muffin. Hey, Gene, good to see ya. I always felt the boys will not talk if they even know what happened to Summer. Why do you guys think law enforcement made sure that they took pictures of them playing I think it was football. I don't know. The boys, they were all standing around throwing a ball together. I have no reason not to believe what Lawson said, the boys said the last time they seen her. Right? I have no reason not to believe that. And I know, let me tell you guys, I know people, some people do not like fucking Lawson, right? Well, I think so too, Luna. And I will apologize again for showing that paperwork. I was looking for dates and everything on that paperwork. There was not any dates or anything on that paperwork. So that content is poof for sure. Believe me, if I did it intentionally, I'd have left it up. But I will take accountability for that. Saying her and her daughter. Yeah, well, he said that to a couple people. He said that to a couple freaking people. Lallaroo. Lallaroo. Right? So, Candace bringing home scraggly ass guys from the dollar store, allegedly, that didn't surprise me. That didn't surprise me. People are supposed to believe an abduction occurred, yet they have flopped people in and out on the hill. If that happened, tell me they know who. I get it. I get it. But the card team said there was no signs of abduction. That's what they said. Ooh, that's a good question, Jaded. That is a good question. I don't think it's what I don't to me, it's not necessarily people talking about the case. It's kind of what they put out and say about the case. For real. I've just never been the type to go on and bitch about what people are putting out and saying in the Summer Wells case, right? Yes, they did, Marie. That's what I said, darling. That is what I said. Now, I mean, so much was said that there's not any fucking receipts on, okay? So much was said that there's just not any fucking receipts on. At all. And I don't, for some reason, see. Okay, maybe Candace did give that paperwork to somebody, right? But you're not going to tell me Nana for Life didn't give it to people. For real. Right? I don't know from Lisa. Well, that's the thing about it. They admitted to it. They knew Lisa Jeton. They knew who she was. So, I mean, and let me say this. Lisa Jeton was a mother who had nowhere to go. And guess where she was? Okay? What's that say? That means the statement being made that they were inviting these people to live in their yard in tents or in their fucking shed or whatever tends to me that might be a true statement, right? So, you know, that's I've tried to say this since the beginning. You have to disengage with the drama of it. It really helps if in some way you can disengage from that drama, right? Because that's what it is, it's drama. But it was kind of weird to me too, because when these narratives were being pushed, right? There was some shit going on in the Summer Wells case. They were pulling up on Van Hill Road, right? Then it was being put out that there was loads of dirt, right? Loads of dirt that were being taken off that property. No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. There wasn't loads of dirt being taken off that property. But that made it a little more dramatic, right? That made it a little more dramatic. So, I mean, just fucking take accountability for the shit. I think that's where people get angry, because you want to blame shit on everybody but yourself. Everybody but yourself. Right? The dirt actually was coming from a different property. Bye, Carrie. Have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Okay, we got about 10 minutes and then I'm going to get my butt off here, you guys. I, of course, had something to say. I had to come on and say it. For sure. For shorty doody. So, I will not ever on my channel accuse anybody of doing anything to that little girl because I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. And that is one of the sad thing about it. Not knowing what happened to her, people can say whatever they want, right? Thank you, Sadie. Have a good night. I hope it doesn't storm too bad. Neither could be true about the dirt info is to be interpreted. No, who came out and told us about that? I can't remember. I'd have to check. As soon as anyone says she is Lisa, she bails in chat. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Now, if Lisa Jutong came into my chat, she gonna let me know it's her. She will let me know it's her for real. She cannot hide herself from me. She can't. But yeah, I don't know. It's just my opinion that I think it's very sad that anyone comes out and accuses someone of stealing evidence. So without really thinking it through, did they not think that anybody with a fucking brain in their head was going to be like, wait a minute, why do you have evidence? And if it is evidence, why do you have it sitting there for anyone to see that you're having a conversation with on the phone? And obviously it was either, it was a FaceTime call, right? What, Gene? Has been what? I need my other, I can't freaking see. I need my other glasses. I have my prescription glasses on and I can't see a fucking thing. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's crazy. Oh, just because you said that. She wasn't talking about you, Marie. So, well, this is my fucking point. Maybe y'all need to, maybe people need to really listen to what individuals are saying and take into consideration whether they may be telling the truth or not. Oh, okay, Jaden. No, Marie's not Lisa. Not as far as I know. Marie's been around for a long time. Marie's been around. I'm telling you, she's been around. Okay, let's say that evidence was given to law enforcement. Why would you show it to other people? Why would you feel the need to show it to other people? Right? Oh, thank you, Sassy Ann. I'm not a big liar. I'm really not. I mean, for sure. But to each their own. It just irks the shit out of me when you're watching someone that you know has said things, pushed narratives, put out all this information, not take accountability for what they've done. Somebody else's fault, right? Like I said, I don't know who gave PG the paperwork, but I can guarantee you something. They knew she was going to put it out. They knew she was going to put it out. For real. I did until my brain was like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't show this paperwork. Right? Hell no, you wouldn't show it. You wouldn't even have it in your fucking... Let me say this. If you've got anything that you believe is evidence in a missing child case, you're to give that to the law enforcement. Why would you keep a copy of it? Right? I mean, most people probably would keep a copy of it, but I wouldn't think that you would show it to people, right? Why would you show it to people? So, I don't know. I think it's all bullshit. I have always felt like nobody needs to nobody needs to up anybody else in a missing child case at all. And it's pretty fucked up that y'all want to sit out there with shit that you're saying, oh, I've got this information. It's really bad. It's really bad. SA stuff going on. But you tell everybody about it. You pick and choose what creators that you want to see, that you want to give the paperwork to, right? I don't even know why I got a fucking phone call about it. Because when I asked to see the paper, I didn't even ask for a copy of it. I'm like, I need to see that paper. If this shit is true, I need to see the paper. Right? Didn't want to show me the paper, but there were 5, 6 fucking YouTubers out there, creators, that she did share the paperwork with. So eventually that paperwork was going to get spread around, right? I just got to the point where I was like, I don't fucking need to see it. And I didn't need to see it because somebody else finally put it out and I got to see it. That paperwork really didn't mean much to me, and I'm going to tell you why. I mean, it does because they were investigating SA stuff. Okay? That paperwork that was shown was a paper for Candace to fill out to have them go back through and review the file again. If you look at that paperwork, that is what that paperwork is. That is what it is. But I don't think anybody's going to tell me that, yeah, Candace was excited to have that paperwork out, right? That's funny. But anywho, right? Oh, thank you, NTM. I don't think I've been doing too bad. You know, I do love to come on here and have conversations about all this stuff. I think so much of it is just fucking ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And, you know, when like Ryan saying she stole evidence, maybe you should think about your verbiage before you decide to accuse somebody of something like that, right? For sure. And don't get me wrong, you know, everybody seems to believe everything that Nana says. With me, I was more at a point where what I was being told, so much of it didn't matter, right? It didn't really matter to me if she was telling the truth or not. But when it came to that paperwork, of course, if you're told something like that, you want to see the proof. And then why call somebody and tell them that shit that you've already told 5 other fucking creators and you've showed them the paperwork, right? I mean, for real. I mean, that's the way I am. A lot of it I really didn't care about. I didn't care that Kirst recorded her. And let me tell you why. Because that's YouTube, number one. And when you have someone who keeps pushing a narrative and pushing a narrative, and they're telling you, oh, so and so said this and so said that, eventually you're going to go, wait a fucking minute. Okay? If you keep doing this to me behind the scenes, what else are you doing? So, of course, people are going to question her now. Of course, people are going to do that. She is not immune to the goings on with people in the Summer Wells case. Everybody else was checked into thoroughly, like I said, right? Yeah, she's saying stuff on Facebook too, I guess, right? Yeah, that was just, I mean, come on. That's just fucking ridiculous. I don't care who they would have said that about, even if it wasn't Kirst, I still would have gave my opinion on it because that is just fucking ridiculous. You're going to accuse somebody of stealing evidence. And if it's evidence, what the fuck are you doing with it? Or were you only going to use it for your documentary, right? Yeah, befriending Bill Shipley made me pause. Okay. I don't know Bill Shipley. Of course, we heard about Bill Shipley and some of his little messages were showed and things that he said. And his ex came out and told the story, right? About Bill and him being a fucking weirdo or whatever. Of all the people that Nana could have gotten to go with her to hand out flyers and shit, why Bill Shipley? That made me take pause. I don't even like Don Wells, okay? I don't know him, don't like him, would never be his friend, okay? I mean, what the fuck is going on here, right? But you did that, Nana. I didn't do it. You did it. You skated around YouTube with all these creators, right? All these creators. You skated around for years. Okay? You've been involved for a long time. You inserted yourself long, long time ago. Okay? And things start happening where people were like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is actually going on here? Right? You did that, Nana, not me. Not me. So take accountability for what you've created. You created it. We didn't create it. You created it. For real. Thank you, Sage. Love ya. Thank you so much. Bill Sims think he's going to be famous. He must be in their newcomer further. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, 120 acres. What do you mean, did he invite himself? What do you mean, did he invite himself? Let me tell you something. If a Bill Shipley walked up to me while I'm putting out paperwork, and I've been on YouTube long enough where I heard about him, I would say, no, thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Bill Shipley. I'll get somebody else to hang out with. It was done to piss off Don Wells. Right? Because they don't like each other. Oh, I vote he was invited into the mix too. He sure was. He was. So, but that's craziness. That's what I think, that it was only done to piss off Don. For sure. So, this is what gets me. Also, I heard about the falling out at the Christmas tree place because Nana called me and told me. But I ask a lot of questions. So my question was, wait a minute. You recorded what Dawn said to you, but you and Candace were not on camera for quite a while. She said, yes, I had a conversation with Candace that's not for YouTube. So I guess my question is, was Dawn and Candace paperwork the same? Did Don also have, were they investigating him for those charges too? Or just Candace? If you go back and look, the appeal, Don filed his appeal before Candace did. Right? Did you see the paperwork, Shirley? Did you see the paperwork that said Don Wells being investigated for SA? Yes, that's what I heard too. Don told her to stay away from his house, which, in my opinion, led me to believe that absolutely she was instigating to a certain extent, right? I mean, we would think both. We would think both. But why didn't Don's paperwork get put out? Right? If you're going to show us Candace's, by God, show us Don's. Right? On the dismissal paperwork, it is for child abuse and neglect. There was nothing about SA on those papers at all. Right? But of course, you know, people know some rock gut things about people, especially on the YouTube streets. And believe me, when they get mad at you, they are going to tell everybody all about you, right? Yes, that is my question. And I don't need to see the paperwork. I don't need to see the freaking paperwork. I thought, now this is the thing. When I was told about it, it was that Don came to the home, showed her the paperwork, and I assumed that Don was showing her his paperwork, not Candace's. But then she made because I was like, why would he come to your house? Why, of all people, would he come to your house? That's when she mentioned something about Candace and a boyfriend or whatever, right? And I was like, well, who the fuck is her boyfriend? And she was like, I don't know. Well, immediately I'm like, girl, you're lying. You're lying to me. Now, allegedly, Candace has had some emotional relationships. Okay. It's whatever, right? Whatever. What do you mean? You cannot lock someone up because you're investigating them. There would be no reason to lock them up for an investigation. There would have had to have been charges, right? Then I don't want to hear about it, Shirley. For real. I don't want to hear about it then. If you got a picture of it, oh, good for you, I guess. Right? It's kind of beside the point now. Candace's is already out there, right? That is true, Lauren. They do. It doesn't matter. You can be friends with somebody for 10 fucking years on social media. And if they get really fucking mad at you, I don't want to say everybody does that, but the majority of them, oh, hell yeah. They will find the nearest person that does not like you, and they will hate bond together like you wouldn't believe. Right? I don't mind telling people about myself. My life ain't that exciting, right? I mean, people have tried to make it exciting by telling lies about my life, but my life is not that fucking exciting. There was no charges. They were not charged. They dismissed those charges. So, right? And if that paperwork was looked at with dismissal paperwork, why did that page become so important? Right? Why did just that page become so important? I just couldn't understand why the date on the paperwork was April, the end of April 2024. I couldn't understand that. Maybe I'm just stupid or whatever, right? Yeah, why didn't they talk about the dismissal paperwork? Dawn and Tim Mullins, I think, are the ones who put out the dismissal paperwork. Everybody already knew that the investigation definitely was abuse and neglect. That was a given, right? That was a given. A lot of people do believe that Don Wells was home sometime that day, that he has guilty knowledge of what could have happened, right? I don't know. I said I can't remember. Well, Dawn is the one who came out and said, they told us we could sign the boys over and end our responsibilities of being a parent. Right? If you don't sign them over, all of these things, the investigatory SA, neglect, abuse, we have substantiated it, and we are going to keep bringing you back to court. We are going to take everything that we have that these boys have told us, and we're going to take everything, and we are going to cut it into pieces. So you won't just come back to court for abuse, neglect, SA. We will take 3 children. We will separate them case-wise, we will bring you back to court, first for the abuse, second for the neglect, and then the SA. If it all was proven. If it all was proven. And on top of that, we're going to make you pay court costs, and we are going to make you pay child support for those 3 boys, while we're bringing you back to court continuously for each child and making you pay the court cost. That's what I took from that. Why? The end result. The end result would have been CPS keeping the boys. Right? I mean, come on, everybody. Do you think Don and Candace knew that they had a chance in hell of getting those boys back when they're not hiding the fact that they're sitting there, they're intoxicated all the time? Don was leaving to go do substances. All of this shit played out publicly. It all played out publicly. Right? Don said he didn't have time. He didn't have time to do it. They gave them so much to do. He couldn't do it while he was working, right? We don't know, Jaden. We do not know. Let me ask you guys this, right? Who do you think said that DCF was involved with the Wells to start with? Who do you think said that? Who do you think said we had a DCF case, right? And they were there to close it? I'll give you a hint. About BB guns, right? About BB guns. La 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 la. I don't know. What's up, Age? I don't know, y'all. I don't have the answers. And I don't. But come on, let's not be freaking ridiculous. Let's not accuse people of doing stuff that they didn't freaking do. And like I said, as far as the stealing of evidence, I talked to Nana for a long, long, long time. Okay? I know how she worked. I know how she manipulated and pushed narratives and all of that stuff. I lived it. I knew it. There's no way that this evidence is just going to be sitting there when she's having conversations with YouTube creators. You can't steal something that somebody has shown to you free, right? Willingly. That'd be like me showing you guys a picture of me flipping everybody off. And somebody snapshotting it, whatever you call it, snapshotting, whatever. And putting it out going, oh my God, look what Remain Calm did. It's because I wanted you to see it, right? I mean, we can get into a conversation about Dawn Wells another time, right? Claim how much she hates YouTube. This was a thing. And you should have put an A. I didn't see what you said, Jada. So, I'm just going to say this. I have heard of involving some people partaking of the alcohol, partaking of substances, doing a lot of things that they probably wouldn't want people to come out and say what they seen personally or even know. But don't blame people for the fucking heat you're getting because of what you did. Because of what you did. Right? For real. Don't blame it on nobody else. Take accountability for it and then, just walk away from it or whatever. But, when you talk to somebody for a long period of time and they are continuously pushing a narrative, like the gas station lady, all we kept hearing was, oh, she's my good friend. Oh, she tells me whenever Dawn and Candace come in there, she tells me exactly what they say when they're in there, right? I mean, that's a good question, Raymond. That's a good question. I don't even think that people can truly answer that. For sure. I don't think people can truly answer that because it's going to be a different answer depending on who you're talking to, right? I mean, for real. For real. I don't even think, this is just my opinion, I don't even think it was the paperwork that Prayer Garden showed. I think where people got upset, and I can totally understand this, like I said, I take accountability for what I did, is because there were the names of 3 children on that paperwork. I think that's where people got upset. That's just the way I feel about it. That's just the way I feel about it. And it didn't hurt Dawn and Candace. It didn't. It didn't hurt them at all. They are still living their little slap happy life, right? And yeah, for sure. But this is the thing, Marie. Is she really holding evidence? Or is this a way for her and her friends, right, to be the top dogs in the Summer Wells case? I don't know. I didn't even know if you guys would get an honest answer on that. For real. Yeah, that is kind of true. Showing the paperwork and then saying something really off the wall. I mean, yeah. But they knew. Nobody's gonna fucking tell me that they did not know, no matter when Prayer Garden got that paperwork, no matter when she got it, wherever she got it, they knew. They knew that she would put it out. They knew she was going to put it out. No matter when she got it. They knowed it. Right? Now, this is what gets me. Everybody else, yeah, we knew it. Yeah, we seen the paperwork. Yeah, we had a copy of the paperwork. We just wasn't going to put it out. But y'all talked about it. But you all kept talking about it. Now, some people, they want to see receipts. If you're going to talk about shit, you need to show receipts, right? Heck yeah, they knew she'd going to put that out. She probably felt like it was Christmas morning when she got that paperwork, right? But that does make me question. People say Dawn and Candace's paperwork were the same. Okay? But it's odd to me that all of a sudden here's this paperwork with Candace's name on it. Why didn't they show Dawn's paperwork too? Right? I don't know. Could have been because somebody got angry at Candace. Could have been. I don't know. But, you know, she's proud of herself. Oh, well, Jaded. That's kind of up to people. If they want to watch people or not. For real. I mean, for sure. But this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass and just be added in as the weird shit going on and being said in the Summer Wells case, right? I mean, for sure. For sure. But yes, don't think that, I mean, Nana talked to a lot of freaking people. She really did. And I'm not going to sit here and say that everything that was said to me was the exact same thing that was said to other people. I think at one time I might have had a conversation with her about the lady from the gas station, but like I said, it's a little different for me because I really didn't, I mean, not to be disrespectful to the gas station lady. That's not what I mean when I say this. It's just that the information, all that information did for me was made me have to kind of put that to the side as, okay, if Candace left the hill twice, she did go to this gas station, you know, around what time was she there? And could that possibly have been when Summer went missing throughout that time frame, right? Because if they said she was at the gas station, then she wasn't at 110. So we don't know if Summer went missing throughout the time that she was at the gas station, right? And another thing that was kind of weird to me, because the gas station lady said that she was there around the time when it was busy, right? Well, I guess have it being at a busy time of day, nobody had to go to the bathroom. She said Candace was in there for a little while, right? So that's the only thing that interested me about that. I did not give two fucks what Don Wells said when he visited the fucking gas station. Right? I didn't care. I didn't care if he went into that gas station and he was preaching the holy word. Didn't matter to me. Right? And I even thought, I mean, look at that situation. Nana is getting updates from the gas station lady on what they're saying. Right? That's kind of weird behavior, right? Kind of weird behavior. I'm just saying. Hey, Stephen. I am just saying. What's it all for? I mean, you got to make a documentary exciting, right? I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, to each their own. Somebody wants to do a documentary, do it. But if the information you have for your documentary isn't fucking exciting enough yet for your documentary, my opinion would be don't fucking go and try to make it exciting for your documentary. Right? But who am I? Just remain calm. That's all I am. For real. I don't know. They didn't care about it. They did not care about it until they got mad. Right? Terry, all documentaries are supposed to be true. Jesus Christ. What the? Okay. Tell me what you're saying, Terry. To be true or not to be true? Yes, most documentaries are supposed to be true. Not all the time, though, I guess. You in on that documentary, Terry? Are you a little bit in on that documentary? Yeah, everything should be truthful. Absolutely. Absolutely. I truly believe if there is evidence out there that inappropriate things were done with a 5-year-old child before she went missing by her father, don't fucking play games. Take that information to law enforcement immediately. if that could be one of the reasons you feel you could have a father of a missing child put in jail, don't fucking talk about it. Do it. Don't talk about it. Do it. Yeah. Well, work on that. Like me some YouTube. You can work on that. Yeah, I just don't believe that, but look, and this is the honest God's truth. And I need to quit saying that because believe me or don't believe me. I had a conversation with Nana for Life where it started out, no, there's not a documentary. There should be a documentary. And then the last thing she said was, yes, there's going to be a documentary. And I'm like, you said, no, there should be, and yes, in one fucking sentence before I got off the phone. I mean, how the fuck was I supposed to take that? I already knew about the documentary quite a few years ago. Because some of their so-called good buddy friends could not help but to tell people about it, right? So, oh, me too. I'd be like, well, no, I wouldn't be like Tiger King. He was kind of over the top. He was kind of over the top. So I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I am speechless right now. And I am getting my ass off here because I was on here a half hour longer than what I said I was going to be on here. It's your fault. Whoever wants to take the blame. For real. But I do appreciate the conversation. I think we did have some good conversation about it. Like I said, I am not here to tell y'all to go hate on Nana for Life. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to tell people not to like Nana. I'm not here for that. Okay? Not at all. I'm not here to tell people that when I did have conversations with Nana, that they were not respectable conversations. The majority of them were. But see, Nana had a way about her, right? And I'll never forget, I got really angry. I can't remember what she did or what she said, but I got really angry about it. And I came on my channel and I mentioned what happened, but I did not say who it was that said what they said or caused me to get feisty. I never said who it was. Well, I get a phone call and she says, "You made me cry." And I'm like, me? I made you cry? You made me cry. How did I make you cry? Because of what you said. I said, I didn't say I was talking about you. You know what she said? I knew you were talking about me, right? I knew you were talking about me. So, okay. Okay. Sorry I made you cry. Right? Didn't say it was you. But you're letting everybody know that what I said came from you, right? So that's just a little example right there, right? So, I mean, you guys are grown-ass adults. You say and do whatever you think you need to do. But I'm going to sit back and kind of hang around and listen to maybe a lot of things that, people are going to be investigating to see where a lot of things are coming from, right? For sure. And like I said, hey, it is people's right to be upset that I showed that paperwork. I take full accountability for it. Okay. If I didn't give a fuck, I would have left it out. I wouldn't have privatized it. It still wouldn't be privatized. I would have went ahead and put it out. So that was bad on my part. It was. That is why it's privatized. And we will make sure that that is taken out before I even release it again. I don't know if I'll release it again. I don't know. I am dealing with fucking YouTube. Even though I am not monetized, they are going back through my old content, right? And it's fucking weird. So they're saying that a live I did was not made for kids or something, right? It's been privatized. It was never made public. It's been privatized. And on the video itself, it states that it is not made for children. Okay. So I don't know what YouTube's doing right now, but I am just chillaxing and hanging out, and I don't care what anybody says, though. When you are monetized, of course, you are going to want to make sure you're putting out good content. You're going to want to make sure that you're getting views. Of course, you want your subscribers. You want members. So being monetized isn't just having to say, oh, I'm monetized, right? If that's how you're bringing in a little extra money or, anything like that, of course you're going to want to do those things. Of course you're going to want to do that. And right now, not being monetized, my brain is kind of, definitely calmed down. So I did not get really upset when they did that to me, especially because Sarah and them told me that absolutely it had happened to other people. So that made me feel better right there. But hey, we're going to keep hanging out. That's just bottom line. And we're not going to keep hanging out and continuously talk about Summer's case, Dawn and Candace, Nana for Life, that stuff. We talk about all kinds of stuff over here. Okay? We absolutely do. So you can come over and hang out, or, if I'm talking about something you may not be interested in, feel free to come back another time. So, but that's what I do over here. I don't want to fight with them 120 acres. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it right now. I can get it back in July. They told me to reapply in July. So What I have to start doing is going through my old content, go through my newer content. I need to recheck my my titles and stuff like that. And you know, I just need to overhaul my channel. And I'm good with that. That gives me time to do it because I'm lazy. I am lazy. I'm telling you guys, I'm lazy. Big time. Big time. So people can feel free to donate. What I really would love is just a thumbs up and for you guys to subscribe. That means a lot when you sub up or give me a thumbs up. That's what really helps me. I mean, of course, you know, Cash App or Venmo, that helps. But subbing up and, you know, at least liking what we're talking about, that means a lot right there. For sure. So, but I'm getting off here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the conversation. You know, I really can't sit here and say why people are doing the things they're doing, or saying the things that they're saying. But like I said, when you do things and you say things and you keep putting yourself out there and you keep trying to create narratives with creators behind the scenes, eventually somebody's going to catch on, right? Eventually somebody's going to have to catch on. Hey, Karen. Well, thank you. Definitely rewatch. I mean, hopefully it's interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, 2.5 hours later, for sure. But always enjoy the conversation. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Thank you guys for popping in. For sure. Great conversation. I don't know what to even do with any of it anymore, to be honest. So until I get with Kirst and we have a conversation, we're going to do it on her channel. She's got so much going on right now, you guys. I'm sending her a lot of love and prayers right now. She'll get a hold of me when she's ready. And I'll be here for her. I'll be here for her when she's ready to do it. Absolutely, no doubt about it. So we may not even talk about it again unless something new comes up. But as far as the Nana for Life saga, like I said, nobody did that to her. She did do it to herself. And taking a little accountability for things that were done. And I'm not just talking about this paperwork, okay? I'm not just talking about this paperwork. We can go all the way back to when Allie died and stuff that happened around that time, right? We can go back even earlier than that, where I remember a creator going off on her. I can't remember exactly what it was about, though, for sure. So there's been a lot of people who, you know, have seen it and, you know, caught on a little bit quicker than others, I guess. With me, I had nothing invested. I had nothing invested. So, I don't know, Marie. Why don't you go see if you can find where she first came into, first made her little appearance on YouTube. I don't know who it was. And I'm not going to go look for it. So, I don't know, ma'am. But thank you guys. I appreciate you. I'm getting my ass off here. Have a great day. Be you, do you. If you got to get a little feisty, go ahead and do it. But please don't ever try to act like that you know people's conversations behind the scenes. Unless they're recorded and put out, or their text messages or whatever. And then be very careful, because you want the whole context of the conversation. Okay? So one person just putting something out, no, you don't want that. There's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. I don't know if you guys ever heard that before, but for real. So appreciate you guys. Peace out. Have a great one. I will catch you probably in a couple days. I got so much I need to do. We'll see. You never know. You'll see. Thank you guys. Later.